Mario. He looks like a cool, hard-working plumber, but I feel like if you hire him and you make him mad or something, he's probably going to steal something out your house. It looks like he's got a little bit of grit to him. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's short. Say he pulls up to your house and you're like 6'5", he's for sure stealing something out of your house, regardless of how nice you are. I kind of sympathize with Mario. I would say I'm most like Mario. You know, I just don't like tall people off of just the fact that they're tall. So if I had to stereotype Mario, I'd say a hard-working but sleazy guy. You know, he can be sleazy if he wants to, but treat him right and be the right height, and you'll be all right. And if you're WNBA woman height, first off, God failed you. You know what I mean? You didn't choose to be single. But if you're above like 5'11" as a woman, it's time to give up. If you're above 5'6" as a woman, to be honest with you, it's time to give up. Welcome back to another Lumber 37 production, and today I'm going to be stereotyping and kind of just describing how I feel about each Mario character. Okay, now I'm looking at Luigi, and I see a lot of parallels between Mario. I don't think he's sleazy. I think he's too scared to even attempt to steal anything. Who is Luigi? Is Luigi dating Daisy? I think Luigi's dating Daisy, right? If you wanted to have naughty time with Daisy, I think Luigi would let that happen. That's essentially, I can't say what he is, but he's giving off major, you know, you can do whatever you want with his wife vibes. I would say Luigi's a push around, but he works hard. So he's a hard-working guy, but he's easily misled, and you can do whatever you want with his wife, and his wife's pretty hot. So maybe that's a plus of being friends with him. Okay, Wario. Yeah, this is just a sleazeball. I mean, he's ugly, too. He's butt ugly. What does Wario do for work with them pointed toes? Those definitely aren't, like, those aren't work shoes. What does Wario do? Wario reminds me of, like, my uncle, right? He's just big as hell. He's homeless currently. Wario looks like a homeless man. There's something wrong with Wario. He don't look like a good dude, bro. And he's a homeless dude that's well-fed. He's at least a homeless dude that stayed off the drugs, right? If he was on the drugs, he'd probably be very skinny. But Wario just looks like a sleazeball, and I don't know what type of work he's into. He doesn't look like he knows how to do anything except for eat. I'm not rocking with Wario, dude. Now, Waluigi, on the other hand, he would sell you a 2013 Nissan Altima with a failing transmission, and he would he'd make sure you get that extended warranty too. He does not look like a good dude. He looks like a sleazeball as well. He looks like a car salesman, though, right? I feel like this guy would flip you the 2012 Chevy Equinox. He looks like he wants to sell you a bad car. It's not even like, oh, he's just at a bad lot, and that's what he's got to sell. No, I think he's finding the worst cars on the lot in intention, like trying to sell these to you. Waluigi looks like a scumbag. And they both got these ugly noses. I can't stand these noses, bro. It's ridiculous. Don't buy a car from Waluigi. Okay, Daisy. Daisy looks like a girl that gets around. You know, she's dating Luigi, so automatically she's with him because she wants to dominate him. I personally wouldn't date Daisy, but I think she's good for a night. She's alright, but definitely don't marry her. Like Luigi. Luigi made the mistake of marrying her. Peach, same issue. Her and Daisy have got to have some sort of sisterhood where they've agreed to just completely manipulate and cheat on their husbands. And I don't think Mario's aware, though. See, here's the thing. Mario is not aware. Luigi is aware that Daisy's getting absolutely destroyed nightly, probably by Donkey Kong or something. Mario doesn't know, you know, and Mario's a little oblivious to it. He's got all this hate towards tall people because he's very short. Once again, I relate very heavily with Mario, even though I'm average height. Okay, I'm average, and I won't let that be taken away. At least I'm not 5'8" and a woman. You know what I mean? If I was that, then I would be useless. If you're above 5'4" as a woman, you are useless. You're too damn tall. Goddamn monster height. You get above 5'3", and women just become monsters. There's no reason to be above 5'2" and continue trying to be in the dating scene. So if you're a woman and you're above 5'1", you may as well give up, and you may as well just buy one of them naughty robots. You know what I mean? One of them robots you can program. If you're above 5 foot as a woman, you stand no place in this earth. You're too damn tall. But yeah, Mario doesn't know what's going on, okay? He's got too much stuff going on in his brain, and he doesn't have enough time to pick out the fact that Peach is just intentionally going with Bowser. She's a princess, for God's sake. She's got to have some sort of royal guard, but she always ends up in Bowser's hands. Bowser's not that powerful. I see Mario beat him in every game. Peach is intentionally going with Bowser. If not, the royal guard of Toads would stop him. But no, she's intentionally going, and she's playing Mario. But Mario doesn't, because Mario loves her. I don't like Peach, and I don't like Daisy. They both get around, and I don't like them. They're not good women. Alright, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's cool, but I wouldn't bring him around my wife, my girlfriend, any sort of girl I was interested in. He's probably gonna put you in a chokehold, make you say that, you know, you're gonna lick his feet or something. I don't think Donkey Kong is cool in front of ladies, okay? I think he's gonna go all out. He's probably gonna pick you up and give you a fucking attitude adjustment, dude. He's gonna give you an RKO, okay? He's gonna beat your fucking ass if you're in front of the girl. He wants to impress whatever women he's in front of. Also, don't get him around another Donkey Kong, because then, you know, I'm not saying anything by that, but just keep him with normal people. Don't bring him around other Donkey Kongs, because then they get a bit rabid. They start banging on their chest and shit. Keep him away from other Donkey Kongs, and he's chill. And don't bring him around no girls. So Donkey Kong, he's alright. He's alright, but just don't bring him around no women. I'm not rocking with Bowser. I feel like Bowser's had every opportunity to integrate himself into the Mario world, right? And we even look at the end of Odyssey. I guarantee he hasn't changed his ways. Him and Mario came together to save Peach and save the world or whatever, and he's still probably not going to change his ways. I think he's just downright evil, and I don't like Bowser. So I would say he's kind of like, I don't know how to stereotype him. Like, he's just evil. That's the only thing I got for Bowser. He's just a mean, evil guy. But here's the thing, though. He's the mean, evil guy that has a lot of power, and he's like Tony Soprano. There you go. He's like Tony Soprano. He's this evil, ugly guy, but for some reason, Peach just, you know, girls can't get enough of him. It makes no sense to me. It's probably because he's tall and he's got a lot of power, but he's like Tony Soprano. And he's probably even got, like, is Bowzette a thing? Is Bowzette a thing? Let me look this up real quick. Oh, Bowzette's bad. What the fuck? This is not who I thought it was going to be. Bowzette is bad as fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's sexy Peach. Whoa. You know, I thought this was going to be a lizard. Oh my god. She's hot. Holy fuck. If that was my wife, there's no way I need Peach. God, he's just greedy, bro. Bowzette's hot. He is just a greedy bastard, man. All right, Yoshi's like that dumb dog that you put peanut butter on something and you have him. Yoshi is a good pet. Very good pet, but you can't really classify him as a character. I know he's a dinosaur. Why does every character in this fucking series have ugly big noses? I don't like it, man. Dinosaurs don't look like that. They don't have these big round fucking noses. Anyways, he's a good pet, but he's dumb as hell. He's dumb as a bag of rocks. He's probably schlanging, though. Keep white women away from this thing, right? They have a track record with dogs. I couldn't imagine how they'd act around Yoshi. I mean, shit, just the goddamn nose is the size of a yoga ball. Say someone were to sit on that. Oh my god. I'm looking at King Boo next. What does King Boo do? I don't even know what King Boo does. Let me look this up. Okay, so King Boo's motivations are primarily centered on a personal vendetta against the Mario Brothers for trouble they've caused Boos, and a desire for universal domination and the creation of a ghostly portrait gallery filled with his foes, especially Luigi. Okay, so King Boo was introduced during Luigi's mansion, I would assume then. King Boo once said to the Mario Brothers, he said, "I must say I despise the way you silly suction onomatopoeias vacuumed up all my friends." Maybe Luigi didn't have to go into that mansion. I feel like maybe King Boo was staying in his own lane, and he was just running this mansion, and here comes Luigi just being mean. I feel like maybe King Boo is justified. We're looking at maybe like the Native Americans. I know the Native Americans don't want a ghostly portrait gallery, but here you go. If one of his main motivations is to make a ghostly portrait gallery, I know it's with his foes, but whatever. You know what I mean? Before that, he probably just wanted a normal ghostly portrait gallery, but now, you know, he's got foes, so now he wants to put them in there. But before that, all he wanted to do was set up a little museum. This is the little guy being taken advantage of by the big system. Really relate with King Boo. I think he's got all the potential in the world, but he's got this hatred in his heart, but maybe it's justified. It's the little guy against the big system. All he wants to do is make a fucking museum. And he got stripped away by some random Italian guy. King Boo is a great representation of the Native Americans. Some white man came onto his land, took all of his stuff, and now all Boo wants to do is get revenge. King Boo, I'm sorry, man. I'm partially responsible, even though I'm black. Toad is like your best friend of all time. If Toad wanted, he probably could crack Peach, but I don't think he would. Toad's a good dude. You keep this guy around. This is the type of guy, he'll follow you into a volcano. He's a great guy. Toad's the friend you want around, bro. Rosalina, she's like the dime piece in high school. She's the main event. Everybody wants her. But she ends up dating some ugly dude like Waluigi. She ends up with some slime ball. She gets her, or maybe she ends up with Donkey Kong. If she ends up with Donkey Kong, she's off the table. Because they're gonna make a little Donkey Jr. or whatever this, what's his name, Diddy Kong? Why'd they name him Diddy Kong? They named him Diddy Kong, didn't they? Hold on, bro. Hold on, brother. No, fuck! His name is Diddy Kong. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want anything to do with Rosalina. She's gonna end up with a guy like Donkey Kong, and then there's little Diddy Kong, and then Donkey Kong's gonna leave. No, stay far away from Rosalina. You need to judge this book by its cover. Dry Bones. I don't know, some old-ass dude. No, this is an old warehouse worker. He just keeps clocking in, even though it's killing him. But he just needs the check. This is like a 60-year-old warehouse worker. He's just there for the check at this point, man. You know what I mean? Just going through life slow, but he's still doing it. He gets up every time, but slowly he's just falling apart, but he's able to pick it back up. But at some point, it's going to be too much for him. Bowser Jr., he's just a dickhead. There's no way Bowser Jr. can be nice, bro. So you would go up to Bowser Jr. and be like, my mom just got a new Civic. And he'd go, Civic? We mean Civic. We drive Mercedes. And I don't even know a single Mercedes name because I've never been in a Mercedes Benz, right? I do not like Bowser Jr. because his whole life he's been in Maybachs, whatever these Lamborghinis. My mom just bought a 2004 Chrysler Pacifica. I don't think he's going to grow up to be anything special. I think maybe he's just going to get this huge inheritance from Bowser, and he's going to live off that. He's a trust fund baby. He's a trust fund baby, and I don't like Bowser Jr. The Goombas, it's like, so it's the same thing as Toad. He's loyal, but he's not loyal to you. He's like somebody else's Toad. He's a very good friend for somebody, but he's like your biggest ops pawn, right? So Mario's biggest op is Bowser, and Goomba is just Bowser's little pawn, like how Toad's your little pawn. If Bowser was my op, I would definitely kill a Goomba, but I'm not going out of my way to find Goombas. I'm more or less looking for Bowser. If a Goomba's there, I'm gonna stomp on him. They're your ops pawns. That's what Goombas are. Shy Guy, don't mess with him, right? If Shy Guy tells you to leave the school at like 2:30 and tells you to skip your last class or whatever, you do it. Shy Guy, you want to be friends with Shy Guy. If not, yeah, nah, bro. You know, you want to be friends with Shy Guy. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Because if not, he has access to weapons, and his parents probably don't keep him in a safe or in a locker either. So I would stay away from Shy Guy, and I would just be friendly with him and listen whenever he tells you to leave. You know, 7th period or whatever. Just go ahead and get out that school. Okay, we're not going to do any of the baby characters because their stereotype is wah, wah, wah. That's their stereotype, so we're not going to do any of those. Ooh, I got my eyes on something bad right now. I got my eyes on a dirty fucking wiggler. A dirty fucking wiggler, man. I don't like these wigglers, right? They're all over the place. They're long. They're very tall, right? So they got plants on their head though. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I do like that. But other than that, I just don't like Wiggler. It's kind of like the kid that you look at, he wears similar clothes, but maybe you both are going after the same girl. And, you know, you guys would be good friends in a different world, but I'm just not rocking with him. For some reason, in this world, I'm not rocking with the Wigglers, and I really don't like the Wigglers. You know, he's got the cool flower, so I kind of see that. We're similar. In a different world, I think me and him could be good friends. But currently in this world, I just don't like the Wigglers at all. Funky Kong? Yeah, I don't know, bro. This is just a traitor, right? This is kind of like, who's that one black country star? This is kind of like Shabuzi, man. He's capitalizing. I see what he's doing, but that's not your style, man. That's not, stay in your own lane, bro. Don't come take my culture, okay? I love rapping about, or I love singing about, you know, doing whatever I want with my family members and drinking and hitting my wife or whatever. I don't think you should be... This is a culture vulture. This is what Funky Kong is. The only thing funky about him is his lack of originality. I'm not rocking with Funky Kong. Not at all. He's a cornball. He's an absolute cornball. I think we're going to wrap it up there. I mean, what was that? That's 20 minutes. Yeah, this can be edited down to like 50. But that's 15 minutes of me spitting about these Mario characters. Birdo got a big old wide open mouth. I just saw that. I forgot about that. Why I said big old open mouth has nothing to do with naughty time. I'm just simply saying. I'm going to try to like sprinkle in like my next video after this too. I plan on doing like a different type of thing. No games, just something new. And I think this video is relatively new, but it's still like similar topics. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Go and comment headphones. Bye.